That's a 20 pounder.
Oh my God. Woo-hoo! Yes, boy.
Yeah. So the boat's name's Thunderstruck. It's just happened to work out that whenever I'm halibut fishing and I throw Thunderstruck on and start blaring it, and as soon as you hear the thunder, you know, the halibut hit and game's on. And so it's just, it stuck with it and we've just ran with it. So this is Thunderstruck. Tyler Jeffres, originally from Colorado. I'm a big fly fisherman. So I moved up here really to start fly fishing. Ended up in Homer, and then you have to buy a boat. So bought a boat and then work for the police department now. And yeah, this is my Stabie. Alaska is the largest state in the United States. We have the most coastline in the United States combined, so the lower 48 combined doesn't have as much coastline as Alaska does. Boating history is pretty small. When I moved up here, my first boat was a 16-foot Sea Dory, which is just a deep V fiberglass boat with a 3/4 cabin. Worked great. But, you know, my family grew. I have 2 kids, wife, then my parents moved up here. You know, we couldn't fit everybody on the boat, and it was scary. It was very scary when the water would change on you. So I bought this boat next. It's a 22-foot walk-through Stabicraft. Was able to buy it. My aunt, who worked for the CIA, she passed away recently and left us some money. And, you know, we kind of pulled together and we bought this thing. And you know, it's been a life changer. Everyone can fit on the boat, feel safe all the time. Got to put in some hairy weather this time while you guys were here, which I never would have gone out before, and now, you know, we may do it a little bit more often. Favorite feature of it is the walk-through, the sliding glass door. It's a game changer. It extends your deck from just fishing in the back to being able to fish in the front. It's my 3-year-old's favorite place to hang out on the boat. He just loves to sit up there and look at things. The accessibility, I mean, I can sleep on it. The benches fold into beds. I have a little bit of a cab in the front that I can sleep in as well, especially the little guys. It's perfect for them. And then just, again, the walk-through cabin, it's just a game changer. It just increases the size of the boat. It doesn't feel like a 22-foot boat. We went bear hunting today. We have great hiking trails across the bay, gravel bars to pull up on. And it just makes accessing the boat from the front just easy. You can just pull right up, drop the ladder, jump in, jump out, get stuff on, get stuff off quickly. And it just again accesses the front of the boat. It's using every inch of the boat is used. It's not wasted space. It's just not sitting there. So walk through, first thing you have to do is you drop the steps, which is the lower part, just kind of fold it down and it comes down. Then you lift the glass lid that meets halfway, comes up. Basically at that point you could use it at that feature, but you have to kind of crawl through or duck through. With this, you just pop some pins and you reel it back, and it comes back about 4 feet. And it makes it so a guy my height, 6 foot, can walk through there without ducking, having to bump his head, have to worry about anything. And it's just really user-friendly. Haven't had a leak with it. It sat in the winter, all winter with snow, rain, everything on it, and never had a leak on it. So it seals really tight and don't have issues there. The Stabicraft, it's unreal. I mean, for the size of the boat, you should be getting the butt kicked out of you a little bit more than you do. And you know, we were 8-10 foot swells yesterday, cruising along at 20 knots, and you didn't feel a thing. I mean, you coming down a little bit, but no vibration, no nothing like that. Just, it's a wonderful ride. Yamaha 115s. They're just really fuel efficient. No, I could push them harder, I just like to run at about 35,000 RPMs or 3,500 RPMs, and it's just fuel efficient, doesn't suck a lot of gas. We get from point A to point B quick. It's comfortable, and they just purr. Got a second helm in the back for when we're trolling for salmon. So I have a 100-gallon tank on it, but depending on how hard I'm pushing the engines, I mean, we could go to Kodiak. That's a real possibility for us, which is 180 miles, 200 miles away by water, depending on which city you go to. So it's a possibility to go all the way to Kodiak in this boat. First day halibut fishing, we had my dad Mike, Jameson, my son, my buddy Jason, and then myself and you guys as well. Went out and just kind of did some filming of the boats for a little bit, showed them behind the islands, the scenery back there. Kind of changes to southeast Alaska over there. And then, you know, went out in front of Soldovia in 200 feet of water, which is deeper than I usually fish, but you know, at that point you're gonna catch fish there. It's just how many and how hard you're gonna work for them when you bring them up. You get a sizable halibut at 200 feet. The comparison is wheeling up a barn door. So I assembled my super crew. So Jason is a park ranger up here in Alaska. He's a fellow law enforcement, play soccer with him, best friend up here. And it was somebody that I wanted to bring in and go black bear hunting with, because I knew he knew what he was doing, and we would have a good chance of finding one, or at least seeing signs of them. Holland Hill was the guy that came out king fishing. He's my local guru.
I'm one of the few guys Tyler knows that fishes salmon all the time. I know he does more halibut. I focus more on trolling, so that's why I'm here.
Real great guy, and you know, we're in some of the nastiest water I've been in on the boat. We're out in Kachemak Bay on the outer bay, and it was just bumping and awful, and you know, windy, and you know, we were kind of reaching that final turn, and magic happened, and big old king came up and hit it. Nice female, and you know, it was action time. Everyone's reeling gear, getting stuff out of the way. Fish ran straight at the boat. Thought we lost it for a while, and then saw the boat, and it turned, and we had a little fight on our hands for a little bit.
Love it. Well, not yet.
Not yet.
Don't get excited. It's fine. It's fine. Just keep the tip up. Huge one. It's a huge.
Oh.
Let the drag go. Let the drag go.
Okay.
That's a 20-pounder.
Oh my God.
Woo-hoo!
Yes, boys.
Yeah.
Got it in the boat, and turned out to be, I think, about 23, 24-pound king salmon, which is biggest king I've ever caught. You know, and for the times, that's a good fish for this bay anymore. It's a quality fish. So the bear hunt, we started at 5 a.m. this morning. The idea was to get over there kind of first light and troll some beaches, see if there's any black bear down at the low tide, hitting the beaches, trying to find food down there. Fortunately, we didn't see anything. So after that, about 7 a.m., we hit the beach, parked the boat, and started hiking. Went back looking for forested areas with new grass coming in. That's what the bears are eating at the moment. It's grass, roots, things like that. That's all they can really get. So you're looking for fresh stuff, anything that would look berry, I guess. Ended up bushwhacking more than hunting, it felt like. We climbed through the trees for quite a while. A good hour of scrambling from tree to tree, trying to keep our feet from getting wet, and lo and behold, end of the day, we got our feet wet.
That's where you impale yourself.
We made it.
But it was a great day, kept going. We found a great valley. Definitely very berry habitat, just fresh grass, fresh water. You know, they have places they can go hide if things are going on. And unfortunately, we didn't get on them, but you know, we found fresh scat, fresh paw prints, everything there in the area, just not our luck today. favorite thing about being on the boat fishing is just the possibilities. I mean, last year we had an orca scrape the front of the boat and spray me in the face when it came up and did a breath with my wife. You know, the possibilities in the bay are endless. It's just an adventure every time you go out, and you never know what's going to happen, and that's what we're there for. I mean, love to go out and have an adventure, catch fish, great. If not, hopefully you're seeing something else that's entertaining you and having a good time, or had some beers once in a while and had some laughs, and you know, that's what it's about. You know, a boat's for sharing. You don't want to go out on a boat by yourself. You want to go out with your friends and people you like and have some laughs and share experiences. So that's what the boat's for.
Yeah.
Yeah.